if you're serious about this self-improvement thing, you should prepare for a long and lonely journey because that's what it's going to be. It's not easy. It is incredibly lonely and no one will understand you. In fact, you shouldn't even talk to people about this. They won't even look into it. They will just deny you. And it's pretty simple. It makes a lot of sense. I used to do it too. In fact, I still have that reaction, that knee-jerk reaction when someone brings something up that attacks my comfort. I want to turn it down right away. I want to say, no way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm not even going to look into it. I know myself. I know my life. No, I'm not giving that up. And that's what everybody does. That's the reaction. That's what happens when you attack someone's comfort zone, is they turn it down, they reject it, and they don't even bother. Sometimes it just goes in one ear, out the other, because nobody wants to hear that. No one wants their safe space attacked. No one wants to think that, oh, I can't eat that anymore because it's not good for me. Now, it doesn't have to be about diet. I don't care where you start. This could be about internet addiction. This could be about freaking chastity, nofap, semen retention, whatever you call it. This could be about drug use. This could be about sobriety. This could be about video games. This could be about anything. This could be about freaking sex addiction. I don't know. This could be about anything, whatever you're trying to improve on within yourself. Don't bother. Try it. Try it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Talk to people about this. Some people actually will have a positive outlook on life and they will say things like, yeah, give it a try. You can do it. Most people are going to say, why? They are not going to understand. Why would you want to give up cake? Why would you want to give up the coffee? Why would you want to give up the sugar? Why would you want to give up the TV? Why would you want to give up the Netflix and the video games? And why would you be selling your video game console? Why would you be selling your video games? Why would you do that? No one gets it because to them, this is okay. Everything else, this is a tough world and it's so hard and I gotta have my space. I gotta have my safe space. And if I don't have my piece of cake before bed, if I don't have my coffee in the morning, you don't want to talk to me before I have my coffee in the morning. I mean, even the littlest things like that. I mean, the caffeine pill, it's everything. Smoking pot. Pot smokers are real good at it. It's not actually bad. The thing is, you know someone's coping when they try to compare these two things that aren't comparable. Well, smoking weed isn't like smoking cigarettes. It's actually not even bad for your lungs. What about your brain? How does your brain act on weed? How is your productivity? How about that? I'm actually more productive on weed. I've never seen that in my life. All the people I know who smoke are freaking, I'm not going to speak negatively. I just want to say it's not a productive action. And if you are serious about self-improvement and you see these things in your life, you see that this is no longer assisting me like I once thought it was. This is no longer helping like I once thought it was. In fact, this is actually dragging me down. Cut it out. Stop right there. That's as far as you need to go. You don't have to test anymore. People have done all the testing in the world and they just end up in the exact same place. Hey, I know I got really drunk last night and that alcohol was freaking burning a hole through me. But maybe if I just drink a few drinks less, and then I'll actually be able to be productive the next day and work out. And maybe if I actually just spread out the drinks throughout the week, then I won't get drunk, so I'll still be productive. And, I'm not technically going to the gym already, but if I do spread out the drinks, then I'll be sober enough to also go to the gym and not waste money on this membership that I'm paying for. And it's all cope. No one really gets it until they get it. Until you get it, you're just gonna keep struggling. And it's like that. Once you get it and you actually grab onto it, don't let go, because you can slip up. Everybody slips up, and that's okay. I'm not judging that. In fact, I'm not even judging the people who cope, because that's their own thing. I went through that myself. It took me a long time to realize that, okay, the nicotine doesn't work for me. The cannabis doesn't work for me. The caffeine doesn't work. The alcohol doesn't work. The cope, none of it works. The only thing that works is going out and getting it done. Whatever needs to be done, whether that be freaking scrubbing the toilet or going on a run, whether it be getting in the gym or doing calisthenics, just dropping down and doing 20 push-ups right now. It literally does not matter what it is. It just has to be done. And there are things that do not need to be done. Making this video, I decided this has got to be done. And most people won't understand that. They'll say, why do you post so much? Why do you do that? In fact, a lot of my family, they ask me this. They say, why do you make so many videos? I just don't get it. I've done like 7 videos a day at one point, 8 videos a day. They don't get it. Why would you make all those videos? You're spending hours on this? Why? And in fact, I'm so deep into it that I don't even feel a need to explain myself anymore. This is what I do. I am self-improvement. This is what I do. I don't do anything else. No, I'm not gonna freaking reach in the fridge that's just in that room across there, grab a piece of candy, stick it in my mouth, suck on it, swallow it. I'm not doing any of that because it doesn't have to be done. And nobody gets that. It's like the cope is so deeply ingrained in our veins that people just don't know how to live without it. They don't know how to live without it. It's all part of this whole big thing, this whole system we live in, where if I don't have my coffee, you don't want to talk to me. If I don't have a piece of cake before bed, if I don't have this, if I don't have that, I need this. And turns out, none of it was necessary for me. In fact, it was only holding me back. And I mean, I could talk about this all day. I've experienced in a lot of these things that I have messed around with and really fallen into the trap of. But if I'm going to be honest, fitness is the one area that I've spent the most time in, I have the most experience in. And I can tell you right now, nobody is going to understand why you work out. Even people who work out will not get it. I've had so many of my friends and mutual friends, acquaintances ask me, why do you work out like that? You work out every single day? Why would you do that? You work out multiple times a day? Why would you do that? As if they don't do the exact same thing, just less. It's like if you, as a drug user, like a freaking addict, right? Imagine you're smoking crack, but you only do it once a day. And now you're gonna judge that guy because he's smoking crack 3 times a day? Who do you think you are? Come on, like, get serious. Have some actual self-consciousness. Realize where you are. Realize what you're doing. Because no one else will. People just will not do it. No one gets it until they get it, and I don't blame them. I was one of them too. In fact, I still am in some areas. I know I must be, because there's always areas to improve upon. And nobody's gonna understand you. Ever. No one's gonna ever have your back and say, yeah, keep going. There are little bits of time, little pieces where you see that light you could see it and you could grab onto it and you take it in and you can enjoy that and you could love it. But those are few and far between. There are little pushes people will give you. Like sometimes my family see what I'm doing. I'll tell them like, oh yeah, I did 1,000 squats in a row. And then they'll be like, wow, that's ridiculous, but that's kind of cool. That's actually like pretty sweet. Yeah, I did thousands of push-ups in one day. Oh, wow, you did thousands? Is that healthy? Yeah, I feel all right. Okay, wow, that's amazing. You get those little moments, but you never get that thing that you really want. You never get it. It's got to come from in here. It's really got to come from in here, that fire. And if it doesn't come from there, it's not coming from anywhere. So don't expect anybody to understand you, because no one is going to understand why you're doing this. Why do you want to lose weight? Be honest. Here's some numbers, some metrics for the United States where I'm from. This is like, what, 6 years ago? Half of the population is obese. Not overweight, obese. It's like 75% of the population is overweight or obese. 75% of the population, imagine that. 3 in 4 people. That is almost mind-boggling to me. Like I'm struggling to actually comprehend that. Even though I see these people on a daily basis, I see how bad it's getting every single day. I want to help these people so bad, but you could really only help so many. If you want to work one-to-one with me, check out that link below, because I want to help you. I want to help you lose some weight. I could help you lose 25 pounds in just 75 days, or you get your money back and I will pay you $100. I promise you that. If you don't get the physique that you want, you owe me nothing. Simple as that. If I can't fulfill my promise, I pay you. There's literally nothing for you to lose. And the reason I'm doing this is because I know it's possible. I can guarantee it. I know it's possible because I've done it. I went from looking like this to looking like this in just a few years. And if I'm going to be completely honest, a lot of that time was wasted because I did not have a mentor to walk me through all the steps. How do I do this? How do I track my calories? What should I be eating? How do I actually work out? How do I program a workout plan? How do I do all this stuff? I had to figure this all out the hard way. And in fact, very recently, just the past few years, I've gotten my own mentors because that's the best way to learn. That's really the best way to learn. And you could really fast track your own journey by doing this. And if you don't do it, you could still do it. If you don't get a mentor, you could still do it. I'm living proof of that. I have made so many gains, so much progress on myself in my own self-development. I've made such huge strides just due to the sheer fact that I have spent countless time, consistency, dedication on this one thing, my own body, right? I spent so much time building myself up that I have no doubt I could help someone else go through the exact same struggles that I went through. And I know that if no one is going to understand you, at least I will. I know why you want to lose the weight. You're unhappy. I was too. I know why you want to look better. I know why you want to eat better. You feel bad. Physically, you don't feel good. You don't like the way you look. That's how I felt. I had an eating disorder. I had, honestly, probably multiple eating disorders that I don't really want to talk about right now. It's hard to think about. It's hard to deal with. That's why no one is going to understand. When you take the first step to actually make some progress in your own life, you might not even understand. That's how deep this is. This is how deep this thing goes, is that it's in our blood. It's in our veins. You want the snack. I mean, even I want the snack. I've been thinking about a piece of chocolate for a week, and guess what? Haven't had it. I've been thinking about that piece of chocolate actually for like 3 weeks. Haven't touched it. It's a closed box. And guess what? Once I get on that plane in 2 weeks and I fly out of here, actually the plane goes like this, I'm not going to have that chocolate. It's going to be right here where it was when I arrived, because I know, I understand. No one else understands. I get it. When I turn down that dessert, when I see my aunt frown and she looks sad and she says, "You don't want to try this?" Nah, I'm good. I know what I'm about. You don't understand. My cousins don't understand. My family here don't understand. My uncles don't understand. If I had a living grandparent, they would not understand where I'm at right now. That's what self-improvement's about. It's a lonely path. This is a path for the few. It's not for the many. People aren't willing to make that change. They're not willing to give up their comfort. And I'm not here to change anybody. For the people that want to change, the people that are ready, I will help you. I will absolutely commit myself to making your life better. And for that, I have supplied you with a link below to work one-on-one with me. Check it out, book a call with me, see if we're a good fit. I hope we are. I hope to speak with you soon. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.